Good morning, children. Today, in Social Science and History in Class 9, chapter Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution, we'll take up the influence of what was the influence of the Russian Revolution and the USSR on the world. Now, there were many changes that took place. That was among them the existing socialist parties in Europe did not wholly approve of the way the Bolsheviks had taken over all the power and kept it. So there were some people who did not really quite agree with their way of working. Then people began to think about workers' state across the world, that this was a possibility, that this could happen, which earlier they had not thought of. Then there were many communist parties formed in different countries. In Great Britain, for instance, we had the formation of the Communist Party of Great Britain. Then also it was a great encouragement to the people who had been colonized. So the Bolshevik ideas and the way they took over the control of the country, it encouraged the colonial people to follow them and to experiment with the way things had worked out in Russia. Likewise, it could work out for them as well, and they could rebel against the people who had colonized them. Then many non-Russians from outside the USSR participated in the Conference of the People of the East. Bolsheviks founded the Comintern. It was an international union of pro-Bolshevik socialist parties. So they got people who participated from different parts of the world and supported them in these socialist ideas also. Then there were some who received education in USSR's Communist University of the Workers of the East. So this was also a great achievement that people came here to be educated. And by the time the outbreak of the Second World War, that is in 1939, the USSR had given socialism a global face and world stature. That meant that the socialism has spread across the different countries in the world, and how people began to contemplate over the idea that how things had changed here and it could also change for them in their own respective countries. So we see gradually with all these changes that took place here that USSR became a great power. Why? Because its industries and agriculture developed. Their policies were such so that enabled them to develop their economy. Then the poor people who had suffered were also being fed. They were being looked after. But at the same time, there were certain drawbacks also. For instance, one can say that it denied the essential freedom to the citizens. That means, why? Because they had adopted a repressive policy for its developmental projects. So these were the things that affected them. But otherwise, definitely a country where where things were completely different. How with their effort they had achieved and completely changed the system of rule in their country, and of course the monarchy system which had already come to an end. So if we see that how, to conclude, we see that how the age of social change took place out here. That is how people who had different ideas, there were some people who were liberals, there were some who were radicals, there were some who were conservatives. So this change was possible because of the thinking of the people which had undergone a change. Then we also see that the industrial society and social change. That is how the Industrial Revolution had taken place, and with that industrialization, new cities came up, industrial regions developed, and there was a great support of the railways which had also come to expand. But on the other hand, there were certain problems also, like unemployment was there. So many people who came to these industries and factories in search of work. But overall, the condition of the workers had been quite bad because the working conditions were very long, their living conditions were very poor, wages that were given to them were extremely low. So that is how the peasants also suffered, as well as the workers who worked in these factories and industries or craft workshops. So the ideas of a communist society came in the minds of the people. And Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, some of these, who opposed the capitalistic system. Why? Because the evils of capitalism, that is how the capitalists had come to exploit the workers in the factories. The production that took place was all because of the effort of the workers who had no share in the profit which was earned by the capitalist. They only invested and reinvested in the production, and they were not concerned about the welfare or well-being of the workers. So that is how unions came to be formed later on. And then, of course, socialism was established, bringing an end to the system of capitalism. Then in 1905, the revolution was, of course, a very turbulent time, a very difficult time for the people. People, in whether they were peasants, whether they were workers, all of them suffered. The Duma, that is the Russian parliament, came to be established, although twice it was, one can say that it was brought to an end, but then finally they set up. Then the defeat of the Russian army in the war demoralized them. And that is the First World War that we are talking about. Then in 1917, the February Revolution that took place, and where people took to the streets, all people together, and they took to the streets, and that is how ultimately the end of the monarchy system took place over there. That is the rule of the Tsar Nicholas II, who was the ruler. His rule came to an end because he was forced to abdicate, so he stepped down. Then the return of Lenin took place in April 1917. He had been exiled, so he returned in April 1917, and he became the leader of the Bolsheviks. And he played a major role in bringing about changes in the country. And after him, in 1924, when he passed away, then Stalin took over, and he became popular, and the policy of collectivization, of how changes that came to take place in the country. So we see that things changed in Russia, but at the same time it also had a deep impact on the rest of the world also, where people had been colonized. They began to oppose, they began to rebel, and the socialist ideas spread all over the world, in many countries, especially in Europe and Asia. So that is how the changes took place. So it had a great impact on the rest of the world also. Thank you.